Hello, everyone. It's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. We have Therese and Alex with us, of course, as always. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I mean, not that you have any choice, you know. I mean, you have a little choice, but you guys come
I have no
back.
free will.
No free. They're held up in this Discord call. No, I love talking with them. I was talking with like a buddy of mine. And I was like, it's so much fun like chatting it up with Therese and Alex because they know so much stuff about like about K-pop, and it's just great to have like two great co-hosts. So give them a little love at the beginning
Arguably,
of this.
too much stuff is known.
Enough stuff. We're making it work, but anyway, guys, I know we've been people have been asking a ton about this, and we're finally doing it. We're doing Mamamoo. We are breaking this up into, I believe, 4 parts. Um, asterisks, maybe more, but I think for in terms of what we're going to be covering, I think that would probably make the most sense. So really excited. I don't, again, much like all of the other groups, and I feel like I have to get the disclaimer early now. I am the newest to K-pop. I don't know as much. I started getting into K-pop as of like summer of last year. So I'm a baby. So please be nice to me. If not, like give me the constructive criticism because I'll take it. But I'm very excited and excited for Alex and Therese to share in the Mamamoo experience. Are you guys how well do you guys know Mamamoo? Obviously, compared to me, which is at 0. So
uh,
Um, Go ahead, Therese.
I know them well enough to that I saw them in concert recently, and
wow,
I did choose to see them over TXT because they were playing the same night. And I was like, I gotta see Mamamoo. I know that they're amazing live. And I feel like I know their personalities pretty well. They're really fun. Uh, but I don't know all of their music, particularly their earlier music. I think I know everything from Reality and Black onward, and then a couple of albums before that. But
mm,
for the most part, this might be new for me.
very exciting.
Cool.
Alex, you?
Um, I've realized looking into like making this playlist and stuff that I know all of the title tracks and I know a lot of their solo work. But I don't know much aside from that. I don't know a lot about their collab tracks, their special singles, and their B sides.
Nice.
So I'm similarly to Therese. I'm familiar with like who they all are, their personalities, what they kind of like specialize and bring to the group, and kind of like the vibe, but not definitely not an expert. So definitely going to be looking. It looks like there's some people. Hello, people in chat already. Thanks for joining.
Yes, thank you.
Um, Hopefully, some of you guys can help give us some more context and educate us. Definitely on the earlier stuff from Mamamoo for sure. I think that is when we are probably going to know the least.
Okay.
And I think Therese is probably the similar to me, where she's, I'm assuming, has been following the more recent stuff a little more closely.
Yeah, all the
Nice.
solos and everything.
Okay. Well, very cool. As Alex mentioned, we're doing like the earlier Mamamoo stuff, so very very excited. Again, hello everyone in chat. Thank you in advance for all your help. Really stoked on that, and anybody who watches this in the past, come join us for the next couple parts as well if you just wind up seeing it. But yeah, G says, when are y'all delving into the OSTs? Those are gonna blow your mind. I don't know, so I'm sure we're gonna find out. Uh,
Yeah, let me give a little bit of a rundown on how we're planning on doing this so
okay,
far, so everyone knows what to expect. Today we're gonna do about 10 songs, and we're gonna do title tracks, specifically title tracks, not special releases or anything um, in that vein. I'm going off of like what I looked up to be sort of a good list of their title tracks, and we're going up to Starry Night. We're going to end with that today. And then our part 2, which will be on Wednesday, if you're listening to this on Monday, will go up to the most recent of the title tracks. And then part 3, we will go into solo work, project work, subunit work. And then part 4, we will take a collective interest of people in chat, YouTube comments, and everything, and we'll get into some B-sides, some special tracks, some OSTs, some live stages, maybe whatever we can get away with listening to.
Fingers crossed, yeah. So I think that's
so. I know there's not a great way, because I know that like their solo stuff has been intermixed with their group releases and a lot of OSTs, so there's not really a great way. There's not a perfect way that I could find to get it all like, chronologically or have it all make sense. So that's the best I could do, I think, with breaking it up so it makes more sense. So hopefully everyone watching thinks that's a reasonable plan. That's what we're gonna go with.
All right. Sounds good. I feel like Gonda says sounds like a great plan. And G says, I've been following Mamamoo since 2015, so anything early you got a question too, I got you. Perfect. Appreciate it, G.
Awesome.
Much salutes. But yeah, well, we're going to start off with Mr. Ambiguous, which is this like was this pre-debut or was this they debuted with this track?
Pretty positive this is debut.
Okay.
It debuted in 2014. So
wow. Okay. So are they like
10 years ago?
Whew. That's crazy.
Almost.
That
Isn't
is
that
10
wild?
years. That's holy shit. Oh man. I don't need like I feel like I can't really put that into perspective because I'm so new, but like it's gonna be interesting listening to something that's like roughly 10 years old.
For context, for anyone listening that hasn't listened to some of the episodes I did with Brandon a while ago, Brandon has not been super receptive to the older K-pop. I would say like anything like pre-2017, 2018 is a little bit of a hard sell. So I'm curious to see how it goes.
I'm gonna try.
He got through some early Red Velvet, some early
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grown, you know. This is a year of growth for me, you know. This is the first full year that I'm gonna be listening to K-pop. So I feel like if I can do this, I feel like I can take on BTS Mountain in June. So I need to do this. This is for, you know, this is for me. So I'm very excited.
I think like Mamamoo vocals age like fine wine. I think it'll be great.
I was gonna say I'm expecting early Mamamoo to sound pretty different from early Red Velvet and so on.
Yeah.
Like even though they're all great singers, I feel like Mamamoo had a little more defined direction that wasn't similar to other K-pop groups.
Fair enough.
All right. B Dawn 24. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Debut track. Okay. Yep. If there's something you could say, Mamamoo early stuff is a bit different than the rest of K-pop for sure. I would even say like Mamamoo in general is pretty. Usually it sticks out a little bit from the rest of K-pop, but the earlier stuff is definitely. I think if you were thinking completely blind going in to listen to a K-pop group, I think you're going to be shocked, confused.
Okay.
Intrigued.
I'm all those things normally, so I feel like it's just a par for the course here. But I'm gonna spare you guys the expense, and we're gonna start off with Mr. Ambiguous. So very excited. Let's jump into it. Okay.
실례지만 내게 뭐가 묻은 거니 네 눈빛에 내가 헷갈리잖니 Mamamoo Mamamoo 거기 Mr. Mamamoo 쳐다만 보지 말고 좀 더 다가와 봐 지금 저한테 관심 있으세요? Therese a boy hello Mr. Mamamoo 네 덕에 걸린 난 애정 결핍이야 Mamamoo Mamamoo 거기 Mr. Mamamoo 찔러보지마 말고 저 찔러봐 Now 신사승 여러분 Let's get on with the show
Oh, okay.
Darling, it's you. 아직 넌 왜 눈치를 못 채니 넌 Mr. Mamamoo 날 헷갈리게 하지 마 My love is for you 왜 자꾸 내 맘을 몰라주는 거니 왜 Oh Mr. Mamamoo
일부러 섹시하려고 안 했어요. 그냥 섹시하니까.
Hey mister 꼭꼭 숨어 머리카락 보일라 캔디를 문 듯한 달콤한 말투 양의 탈을 쓰는 꼬리치는 늑대 마마모 거기 Mr. Mamamoo 나심 떨지 말고 나를 가져봐 아우 신사숙 여러분 Let's get on with the show Darling, it's you. 아직 넌 왜 눈치를 못 채니 넌 Mr. Mamamoo 날 헷갈리게 하지 마 My love is for you 왜 자꾸 내 맘을 몰라주는 거니 왜 Oh Mr. Mamamoo 날 갖고 놀려 하지 마 Hey mister 꼭꼭 숨어 머리카락 보일라 Alright, you know who it is You 어서 말해봐 Mr. Mamamoo 왜 삐딱하게 구는 건지
Okay.
마치 베레모 사랑 까보지 말고 빨리 와요 내게로 사랑은 쟁취하는 거야 불러봐요 세레모 거기 Mr. Mamamoo 아마도 나마고 딴 여자 있는 것 같다고 Now 신사숙 여러분 Let's get on with the show
Interesting. Okay.
나한테 뭘 보여주는 거야? 아니 라이브를 안 해. 오늘 왜 라이브 안 해? 노래가 나오는 노래 맞춰서 노래를 해야지 내가 뭘 가르쳐 주지. 너네 나 표정 보러 온 거 아닌데. 다시 할게요. 네. 보는 사람들 이렇게 좀 흥미나게 해야 되는데 너네들끼리 시선 교차도 별로 안 하고 딱만 보고 다 너무 예뻐 보였으면 좋겠지. 너 튀고 너도 튀고. 난 도훈이 오빠가 했다 그래가지고 되게 기대해.
This is rough.
슬라야 백정씨 연기 되게 잘하지.
Her mouth was just like.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
That's amazing.
얼마나 무서웠을 거야.
Oh my god.
갑자기 이제 진짜
It was just her dead ass face. It was just like, oh god.
하지 마. 못
I felt that.
이런 데서 라이브 하면 못 쉬니까 라이브 하지 마.
신사숙 여러분 Let's get on with the show Darling, it's you
Okay.
아직 넌 왜 눈치를 못 채니 너 Mr. Mamamoo 날 헷갈리게 하지 마 My love is for you 왜 자꾸 내 맘을 몰라주는 거니 왜 Oh Mr. Mamamoo 날 갖고 놀려 하지 마 괜찮다면 박수 한번 쳐주세요
Wow.
The
We
black
got a lot
and
of
white too.
cameos in this.
Good vibes.
All right. Guys, that was Mr. Ambiguous from Mamamoo. First track, baby. Let's go. Shout outs.
All right, Brandon, go ahead.
I thought this was great. I enjoyed this a lot, actually. This is very good. It's got like kind of like a shoo-wop kind of like it's kind of got like a really I guess I could kind of put it in a similar lane to that of like, and this is not a diss by any means, but like a Bruno Mars type, like, you know how like he's got like really kind of like eccentric kind of like pop sound, you know, like I feel like 24 Karat Magic and like all of these types of songs that if I'm trying to relay it to something that's familiar to me, that's kind of what I kind of assimilate it to. Not that I feel like those songs sound similar. I just feel like the energy
Yeah,
of the songs, you know.
it's got like an exaggerated like big room sound to it.
Big band sound, exactly. That was the
Yeah.
vibe. But I gotta say, like the instrumentals was really caught me initially, and I was just like, man, this has got such a great groove to it. And then once all the ladies started to come in and sing, like I was really trying to kind of like pick out all of their different vocals. And once we got into like that like second half, like right after that like part that they had with the talking and obviously them joking around a bit, like that's when I really felt like the song kind of like opened up that much more, and like they were like vocal riffing and all that sort of stuff, and I was just like, if Mama's got some great like vocal lines, I think this is a good. I feel like this is a pretty good indicator of what at least I would imagine is to come vocally. Um, so I was pretty stoked about that. But all around, I thought it was very good. I think it has aged very well. If I have to put that in like in terms of like other older like K-pop groups that we've listened to, if you had told me if you had told me this had come out like 10 years ago, I probably would have believed you. I would have been like, oh, this is like maybe like 5 years ago. You know, some like. Now, obviously, K-pop has changed depending upon what you're listening to. I'm sure it changes in that way, but I do feel like I feel like they are kind of a timeless group, from what I could gather. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, it's also a pretty like that specific genre or style of music. I
Mhm.
think is also holds up, kind of.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty timeless style of music.
I'd agree. But yeah, overall, I was pleasantly surprised at this. I think it just makes me more curious of whether or not this was maybe more so like a one-off song, and if they're gonna continue on with this, because I've noticed in prior deep dives we've done, a lot of groups tend to kind of like deviate from the path that they started off with. So I'm kind of curious how far reaching Mama goes and like what direction they wind up heading in. Don't spoil me in the chat. I'm gonna figure it out. I would like to figure it out, but yeah, overall I thought it was very good, and I think it holds up super well. So definitely enjoyed it.
I think you said it right. Like Mamamoo has that timeless sort of appeal because like they're such good vocalists, and the vocals are interesting because they're very like wet, and I mean that in like the sense of they use
Yeah,
a
I know what you
lot
mean.
of
I know what you meant.
style. Yeah, and that's usually something that ages quite poorly throughout many years.
Mhm.
But I think since they're still active as individuals and as a group occasionally, I think maybe I'm just used to hearing it, so maybe but hearing you say that it was also timeless helps reaffirm that. I really liked this song. I think it's like the perfect debut song for Mamamoo. I knew exactly. I like you would play it and I'd be like, "Oh, which album is this from?" Cuz it's
I'm gonna
so
listen to the
them,
whole thing. Yeah.
especially like the all of the little jokes or like the cameos and stuff. I think that's very telling of how their group evolves. um I really like it. It's cute. I will say they look so different. Like I could still tell who each of the members were, but they have completely different style now.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it was 10 years ago, so that would check out.
Yeah, it was a while,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have too much else to add. I mean, it's a fun song. It's got like that swing big band kind of vibe. Um, it has aged so gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
It I think is still one of my favorite Mamamoo tracks that I know of. Just because it's iconic. It, it holds up so well. Like the live performances of it are so good. They still perform it when they
Oh,
do
nice.
concerts and stuff. Um, I just think it's like one of those. If I'm looking at like Mamamoo's, and I guess we'll get there whenever we finish their streams. But if I'm looking at like the entire discography of Mamamoo songs that I know, this is like very, very up high towards the top of like their iconic songs. So I don't have anything bad to say about it. I've never seen the music video, so I was pleasantly surprised to see all the jokes and the like cameos and the fun stuff being included, because I think that falls very well in line with how I know them today. Like,
Sure.
they're all comedians, they're all really funny, they're all very lighthearted. So it's cool to see that video finally to I guess put the to see that like they've always been like that.
Yeah, from the start. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Getting some comments. Ghana says, thanks for putting the version with the subs in the playlist, Alex. I think that's just me being smart and clicking the sub, but as well as that, shouts to Alex for putting the playlist together as well. G says, for background on this part, the CEO had her come in and play a prank on the girls, then decided to put it in the final cut of the music video. That's amazing. So Laura is about to cry for real. I felt secondhand guilt. I was just like, oh God. And they were like, actually, we're just joking. This was all a bit. And I was like, what? I was like, I feel so cheated, but it's all right. It was very funny. It was definitely like, you could tell it was like a real joke. It wasn't like staged in any sort of way. So I love the fact that they like it was just like a true raw emotion, which was nice. The cameos at the time were a really big deal as well, because it was kind of a co-sign from respected artists in the industry that made people put their eyes on them. Their CEO is one of the more famous songwriters and producers in the industry, so he was good friends with all those people who had the cameos. Citizen, welcome back, Citizen. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're doing well. Mamamoo says, are one of those groups where I don't think you'll have any trouble learning the members. So very excited to delve that much further in. But
does anybody know in chat off the top of your head what all the cameos were? Like maybe if we missed any or some that I don't recognize.
I was trying to find a list of them, and I can't really. I recognized one of the names. I think he was the guitarist, was in C and Blue, but I didn't get the time to look up all of them.
I got you.
They were going so fast. There were so many.
Yeah, with all the names that popped up on the screen, I imagine it's a pretty long list. So, I'm just curious. Not a big deal.
Yeah, feel free to let us know.
We can come back to it if somebody knows.
Yep. All right. So, next one we have on our list is it Piano Man? I think that's the next one on our little list here. So let's get. I
just listened to this song, but not the Mamamoo version. The other one.
All right. Get into this one then. The Mamamoo version.
Yeah.
왼쪽으로 오른쪽으로 왼쪽으로 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 손끝이 검 밤들을 쓸어내릴 때 자꾸 나쁜 상상을
Nice.
했던 것 같아 가슴은 스타카토 Hey Mr. MMO 내 온몸은 피아노처럼 Hey piano man 춤을 추는 너의 손짓이 더 piano man 뻔하지 않은 그 몸짓이 난 뭐랄까 지금 이곳에서 너랑 나랑 둘만 남을래 이렇게 왼쪽으로 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 오른쪽으로 모두 여기로
The slow-mo.
시작은 trumpet Can I get that 사이사이 말에 곁들여진 hi-hat Dream drum kick 리듬이란 접시 위에다가 달콤한 피아노를 꼈지 I am good on the 자기소개 하기 치마보다 난네 청바지 근데도 제대로 나 좋다고 다 난리 Oh sing let's groove sing it Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, yeah. Oh sing let's groove my baby Oh sing let's
Ooh.
groove 소개합니다
Key change?
Mamamoo. Darling, you're my all. Hey, piano man, 이 음악의 끝은 내게로. 더 piano man, 이미 할 얘긴 다 한 걸로. 네 마지막 남은 멜로디는 너랑 나랑 둘만 그렇게 들을래. 내일도 모레도 계속 우리 만날래. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Man, crushing it. All right, guys, that was Mamamoo Piano Man. All right. Who wants
That's
to go
a fun
first?
one.
Well, was kind of expecting them to go the style like Billy Joel, Piano Man, but they did not.
No, no.
I'm very glad they didn't. There's still lots of piano, which makes sense. I think.
Wait, was that
As
was that
understood.
the Piano Man you said you were listening to earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was like,
I was on a 70s playlist.
I
It's
kind of
great.
figured as much. I was like, wait, I'm
Yeah.
like, who? Huh?
No, I just turn it on every night at like 5:26. I gotta listen to Billy Joel.
Actually,
No.
Billy Joel is the first K-pop group. It's just him.
Actually, I heard that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he debuted in Korea first.
Yeah, he debuted in Korea first, but yeah.
No, this was really fun. I liked the color pop they added randomly
Yeah.
throughout the song. They still look so young. It's so funny to me, but they're still so much themselves. But yeah, I love the song. I love how funky they
Oh.
make everything. And like I think I find their music videos more entertaining than most because rather than just like pretty shots here, they create some sort of like cheesy story to go with it or like
Yeah.
characters that they don't really like emulate those characters much other than like they're on stage you see them doing those things.
Yeah.
So I think that's cute.
I also loved like
Billy
the,
Joel's son by name. But
That's
yeah,
we're confirming
I
Billy
really
Joel
like
as the
this one.
kid. Yeah, we're confirming Billy Joel as a K-pop artist, guys. This is not cap. We are just telling you, speaking facts.
I'm probably gonna add this on a party playlist. This is a party song.
For sure, for sure. I will say I also really love the like cheesy like Windows Movie Maker like star cut things, like those things that like typically you don't see now because obviously like we have like crazy like VR shit that groups do that are like my brain hurts. Like Young Posse is like the one that I think of the most now. Macaroni Chi. I'm just like, what the fuck? Anyway, besides the point. Either way, I thought the song was great. I think they just continue to like elevate, and that's like what I really truly love about these groups is that, especially early on, like these are the first two songs that I've ever listened to from Mamamoo, and obviously being the first two just title songs, they're really impressive. I think like their vocal, the way that they like are able to kind of layer in so many great vocals and like vocal melodies was really, really sick. There was one part where I think closer to the end they have like a key change, I'm pretty sure, which was also really cool. It was like super fast, and I almost instinctually thought maybe it wasn't, but it was. So I love that. I was good on that one. Um, I love the rapper. I feel like goes without saying. I might as well just get the bias out there now. I thought the rapping was really good, especially in this song. I don't think there was as much in the first one, so that would make sense. But I think there was just like a lot more. There's a lot more like drive with this song. I felt like than the first one. Like there's just something about it that just like they immediately start off like, and the song just kind of like starts at like 60 and just keeps going. Like it's just cruising. We're cruising by the end of it. So I did love that about the song. It just has a really good movement and good flow to it. But yeah, it was just I again I'll go back to my comment that I made on the first song. I think they're timeless. I think there's something about the type of music that they put out that is just like, again, if you had told me that they had released stuff, this had been released, like a couple years ago, I probably would have been like, yeah, okay, and like wouldn't even
Oh,
bat an eye.
I wanted to point out another cameo because I thought the guy looked familiar, and he's a member of B1A4. His name is Gongchan.
Was he the
Um,
piano player?
no, wait, yeah, yeah. I don't know. There was times he was playing the piano and times when he wasn't.
Okay.
When he was just sitting at the bar.
Okay,
He was
well,
that
just
guy.
the main character. Okay.
Yeah.
And Moonbyul.
Um,
Okay, cool.
to
Thank
to
you, Gundam.
piggyback on what Brandon said a little bit, like saying this song could be released like 3 years ago and be believable, but it could also have been released like 20 years ago and be believable too, which is I think
Which is more
something
on the
that
long
is
lines.
interesting. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Timeless
it's
retro.
yeah, I think that's what makes Mamamoo stick out, because people that they feel like I feel like anybody can get into them because the everybody can like attach to or like latch on to that sound from some point, whether it's like current groups doing retro, or like if you grew up listening to this kind of music, or I don't know. It feels like very familiar, even if you haven't like heard this song specifically, just because of the style and the way that they're going about it. And I think it's helpful that they do it in like a very lighthearted way, where the videos are really fun and they show like personality. Um, and like what they're doing with the cameos is really cool. I really liked like the how on the nose it is with being called Piano Man, and the song is just kind of like a
man playing piano.
swing, like a piano bar swing vibe song, and it's just fun. Yeah, I love this song. Again, another song I haven't seen the video for, and I think it only does it justice. I think it was a good video.
Yeah, I would agree.
And specifically a good video for them. Like not just like a good video, because most groups have good videos, right? For the most part.
Agreed.
But I think specifically for Mamamoo, this is a good video for them because it does such a good job specifically for those members, because I think they stand out, and you'll see I think more over time. Their personalities are so crucial to who they are, and I think that they're all very different individually. And I agree, somebody pointed out earlier, but I think that you will have no problem determining who is who just based on like what they're doing in the video, or like how they're acting, not even like their voices. As much as I do think their voices stand out separately as well, but
just their
I
character.
think it's a good video. Yeah, another good presentation.
I would also agree with B Don. They said spans a lot of generations and sounding familiar, rings a bit of nostalgia. I would definitely agree with that. I think like with like growing up, my uncle and like my parents listened to like a lot of like Motown, like classic rock, like anything, basically anything you can think of 80s music. So I think there's a lot of like stuff along with that. But then like my grandparents would listen to like a lot of like big band swing type music. So it's like to me it's like I can resonate with a lot of this stuff, because it's like it kind of has this kind of I would imagine at the time it had this like modern interpretation of like swing and big band music. And I think that even to some degree is like borderlining on that like neutro sort of stuff where I feel like, you know, the nostalgia, like a lot of people are trying to look for that nostalgic thing. So I'm glad that
It's
Mamamoo
interesting.
is kind of hitting that. Anyway, go Therese.
Yeah, it's interesting because other K-pop groups have done this kind of sound, and just none of them do it as well as Mamamoo.
That's
I think
fair.
the modern sound that you're hearing is mostly in their vocals. So
Yes.
like they have a little more of a, well, it was modern to me as a teenager. I don't know if it's modern now, but contemporary vocal style with old instrumentals. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would agree. The only critique that I have is that we didn't jump into Mamamoo sooner. I feel like I think they're striking a chord with me, no pun intended. So, you know, I'm definitely stoked on the further we delve more into Mamamoo territory. But the next one we have, guys, is going to be Oh Ah, right?
Oh Ah Yeh.
Oh, okay. Then the other one was cut off. So, cool. All right. Let's jump into it, guys.
Why the Star Wars shirt?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? Fuck.
뜨거워지는 이 분위기 너와 나의 거리 우리 사이로 한 여자가 걸어왔대 마침 그게 여자 친구인 건지 아닌 친구인 건지 다가와 언니 이 여자 누구예요? 여자였어? Oh my god
What the fuck? my god.
I mean, I get it. Yeah. No.
That I
That's so funny.
I I have no words.
I'm so glad I already knew the song because I think I probably wouldn't have heard it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a little bit
That
hard
was a
to pay
little
attention
difficult
to the song.
yeah.
I'll be honest. I'll go first again because I just.
Go,
I'll be
Therese.
honest. If it didn't have that crazy music video, I don't know if I would have like thought twice about the song. Like it's a good song, but it's not as memorable as some of the other Mamamoo stuff I know. So now I'm gonna remember it like for sure. Uni, who's that? Oh my god.
And the
that's
chat
great.
says the girl says who's that, and
Yeah.
B-Don says
She says,
you're
sister,
a girl.
who's that? Yeah.
Yeah, the girl's sister. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Well, I guess I'll go next. I had an incredibly hard time trying to pay attention to this song, just because there was so much shit going on, and I was too busy just laughing my ass off at some of this stuff. Especially, I think it was whoever was dressed up as like had the leather jacket and like had the 5 o'clock
Yeah,
shadow.
that was Hwasa.
Hwasa, oh my god, kudos to her because she was
She was doing the most. Oh my god.
She was delivering, delivering the goods. So that was hilarious. But the song itself, I think this was like when I think of like older K-pop songs, this is like the type of song that I feel like I would most attribute to like an older sound. So this is the first time where I felt like this one felt like of its time. And it's not bad. I think it's definitely a good song. I really like a lot of the vocals, especially the melodies. I think that's kind of, again, I would notice that that's probably one of their strongest suits about their group is just how well their vocals sit within the like confines of their music. So I absolutely love that. But overall, I think I would agree with Therese in noting that like I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to this song, like listen to it on Spotify and not watch the music video because I feel like it did take me out of it a little bit. If I'm gonna be 100% honest, but I think for me the song was solid. I enjoyed it. It was a good vibe, but I definitely feel like the MV like took it over the top, and it's gonna be like a song I'm gonna be remembering because I just think it's like the most outrageous music video I think I've seen in quite a bit. So I just liked how wild they were. So big shout outs to Mamamoo. But Alex, your thoughts? Because have you seen this MV or no?
So I realized about halfway through that I've seen clips. Like I've seen people post around
like
some
memes.
of these clips, like as memes, kind of.
Yeah.
At some point, but I didn't know the video they were from, so I've never seen like the full video, and it is insane. It is absolutely wild.
Could not make one like that now, I don't think, by any stretch.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I mean, luckily, like I said, I'm familiar with the song prior to this, so I didn't have to listen to the song too much to remember it. Otherwise, I think I probably wouldn't really remember it just because of how much is going on with the video. But I mean, the song itself, I don't have a ton to say about it. I feel like it's kind of, it's a good song, but it doesn't really do anything like that special. Doesn't really stick out too much for me personally. I enjoy it. It has that like, I don't want to say like retro K-pop, but it has like a dated sound. Yeah, it has a dated sound from when it came out. Like when it came out,
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
when it came out, it was dated. Not in like a bad dated way, but I think it was like retro when it released.
So now it's even more retro.
So now it's like super retro.
Okay. That's fair.
But it's pretty enjoyable. It's I don't know. It kind of sits in like a like an easy listening. I don't. I know it's not an easy listening song. I don't think, but it kind of like sits in that pocket for me, where it's kind of just like
A
a
vibe.
song I can bob my head to,
Yeah.
but it's nothing like that I'm jumping out of my chair to like go crazy for.
Be excited about. Yeah, I got you. I feel like
I like the video more than the song, I think.
I was gonna say I think the video does a lot of the heavy lifting for the song, and that's not to diss the song at all. I think the song is solid, but I feel like I'm going to remember this song because I've seen the music video, and I was like, now I'll like if anybody posts like a Mamamoo meme, now I'm gonna know that it came from this music video. So very, very cool. I feel like the chat undersold me on how wild this this song is. So all right. Let's get in some comments. Gondo says, oh, yeah, one of the old favorites. Citizen says, I'm excited for this music video. Everybody kept saying this song. I love it. The MV is wild. The MV is wild. Everybody just kept saying how wild the MV was. Gondo says, the birth of Moon Sun Canon. I don't even want to
So there's
ask about
Moonbyul and Solar, and that Moonbyul was the woman that Solar mistook for a man. So it's like the canon of their shipping, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Citizen says, nerd wheeling in the back, always eating something kills me. G says, they've been playing it up ever since. Keep going here. Gonzo says, I love that they just put Myeonbyul in a wig, and she looks like a handsome dude, and Wheelin is so pretty that they just had to put her in a full face prosthetic. And Hua says, fake jaw is hilarious. Jesus, funny story revolving around this MV. Solar got caught in a controversy after Dispatch caught her in a date. It ended up being a prank on her, and Myeonbyul played on them to promote the music. What the
That's
fuck?
so smart. Oh man,
That's actually so cool. And then Citizen says, funnily enough, this was their big break. I would have never guessed this is their big breakout song. Unless it was just for this music video, then I would say absolutely, because this music video is great. Gonzo says, this is a great encore song. And B Don just says they sing it live during the encore, which hits the most for me. Oh, that's nice. Very cool. They were sitting on a bench in public pretend kissing and dispatched. That's amazing.
I hope Moonbyul was wearing the wig, the same wig.
Yes. Oh my god. Cursed.
Oh, in their
their
costumes.
costume.
Okay, good.
Oh my god. Cursed. I love it. I love it. Oh my god.
Funny.
Somebody should DM me that photo. That's awesome.
But also, imagine like it wasn't a prank, and Moonbyul and Solar were like, "Oh my god, we have to kiss. Oh, we should just get it out of the way now." No.
Citizen says, nah, the song is just very inoffensive, and the Korean general public loves that stuff. Fair enough. Okay. You're a resident Korean here, so we love that. All right, so the next one we have here on the old list is I Miss You. So let's get into it. All right. Guys, that was Mamamoo, I Miss You. I guess I'll start. I really love this. I think it was a nice, like, slow, ballady sort of song, gives you a little bit more perspective on, how good their vocal strength is. And I feel like I can confirm great vocal strength. I really feel like a lot of the great vocals, I think, were Solar and Wheein. I feel like those two just like, they're like, listen, we're gonna give you 110%, we're gonna give you 115%. And I just like how as the song kind of progressed, they just kind of got more and more into it, like gave us some really cool like vocal lines, and even Hwasa did a fantastic job as well too. I just really feel like this was kind of a showing more so for like their group's singers. but I also feel like Moonbyul did a great job as well too. I liked her little bit of like rap, and I also know she does like backing vocals as well too. So it was kind of like a good like all around song that I think highlights their their strength as a vocal group. I think they just do a really good job of like being able to nail that down. Um, I think I'm curious if because I noticed that like some groups like especially if you have like a larger group, I feel like sometimes there's some people that are like more attuned to like the dancing. There you already know that their strength is more aligned with dancing, and then there's obviously people that are like more aligned vocally. And I feel like a lot of Mamamoo stuff, from what I could gather, feels to me at least more along the lines of their vocals and how great they are vocally. And that's not to discount their dancing abilities. I'm sure they're great dancers as well, but I feel like a lot of their strengths lie in how well their vocal structure, how on point they are. And I think they do this. I think this was a really good song that kind of highlighted a little bit more of their emotional side of things. So I enjoyed this one. This was a nice little ballad. It was good.
Yeah, I don't listen to ballads, but I listen to Mamamoo. And this is why. Especially when they get into those like the vocal bends. Where
Oh.
like so good. I wish. I wish I could do that.
Same.
I
Yeah.
really this definitely helps me match their voices more closely to each other, I guess, because even though
Agreed.
they all have a similar singing style, they all have very different tones. Where Hwasa is much more in the like the R&B realm, and Wheein is much more in like the power pop realm, and Solar kind of like bridges all of them. She's very like a chameleon. I love hearing their voices like this. Thank you so much for putting the live version on.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Alex.
Yeah, I think this is the best version to consume this song. There's like an official lyric video, I think, or official like
Ooh.
no, it's not like a real music video from what I know. But I know the performances for this song are like the one we just saw, like top tier. I mean, you can't beat hearing them do this. It's great listening to a recording of them doing this, but hearing them do it live is totally different. I think it's such a just like a strong power ballad that is like entirely carried. I mean, the instrumental's fine, but I couldn't tell you what it sounds like because the whole
That
song
was
is just
great.
carried so well
Agreed.
by the vocal runs, and it's not even just like a single one of them that's being like accompanied by the members. It's like all four of them carry the song very like differently. But the vocal run that Therese is talking about, it's like okay, you get to hear all three of the vocal members, Solar, Wheein, and Hwasa. You get to hear all of them do that, and it does such a good job. Like Therese mentioned already, giving you some context to like their vocal style and like how they differentiate when they do like the same intricate vocal runs and they're doing like the same parts in the song, but they sound so different because of how different of their tone. Their tones
Yeah.
vary from each other, or how they go about like their enunciation or where their voice is coming from. It's really interesting to hear it, especially live.
Yeah. I think I agree. I definitely agree with both you and Therese, Alex, about like the live version. I think it gives you way better perspective on how talented they all are. And I'm excited to get into some of the solo stuff as well because I think that would even further differentiate them from each other. Which I mean, they're great as a group, and I'm sure they're just as good on their own as solo artists. So I think they're accomplished in both ways. So love to see it. Everybody says great B-side choice, Alex. Citizen says, "Oh God, don't call me that. I'm a white dude who speaks Korean. More accomplished than I am." So love to see it. Gondo, thank you for giving us the stage layout. Appreciate that. That was super super helpful. G says when you get into solo songs, you're gonna love vocalist Minbyul. Love it. Ghana says Mamamoo is a group of 4 successful soloists, all capable of being main vocalists. There's a saying that Mamamoo always sing live because they never learn how to lip sync. Well, that's good. I'm glad they're keeping the live vocal tradition alive. I love to see it. But yeah, this was great. Great choice, Alex. Definitely more of a vibe. But we are going to move on to the next one. So I don't know what this one is. It's You're the blank.
You're the best.
You're the best. All right. Let's get into it. That's what I think of Alex. And Therese.
Wow. Wow.
The homies.
Come on, hey mommy. Come on, hey daddy. 이리 와서 얘들 좀 봐. Come on, hey sister. Come on, hey brother. 누가 얘들 좀 말려줘. 귀여운 척, 섹시한 척, 이쁜 척 그런 거 안 해도 날 알아보는 나. 센스 매너 말투 표정 행동 하나까지 섬세한 널 알아보는 나. 우리들 사이 따뜻한 사이 매일 아침 난 너의 목소리로 눈을 뜨고 우리들 사이 딱 맞는 타입. Come on 거기 mister. Come on 이리 와봐. 천천히 아주 조금씩. Hey 거기 미소가 예쁜 남자. 난 미치게 하는 그런 남자. 몸매도 얼굴도 시선 같아. Hey Mr. 생각이 멋진 남자. 나 지금 너 때문에 혼란스러워. 제발 누가 나 좀 알려줘. 월화수목금토일 난 매일매일 너를 생각해. 넌 나를 생각해. What a monster. A형 B형 AB O형 플러스 마이너스 상관없어. S극과 N극처럼 어떤 공식에도 끌려 단지 그냥 놀았어. 우리들 사이 따뜻한 사이 매일 밤마다 너의 자장가로 잠이 들고 우리들 사이 딱 맞는 타입. Come on 거기 mister. Come on 이리 와봐. 조용히 속삭여줄래. Hey 거기 미소가 예쁜 남자. 난 미치게 하는 그런 남자. 몸매도 얼굴도 시선 같아. Hey Mr. 생각이 멋진 남자. 나 지금 너 때문에 혼란스러워. 제발 누가 나 좀 알려줘. I like eye contact. 입술을 꽉 깨물어. 너의 두 눈이 스치대면 숨 막히는 이 끌림에 어지럽게 해. 난 너만의 영원한 소녀. It's 뭔들 모든 게 넌 it's 뭔들 완벽해. That's right. 우리 사이 자꾸 떠오르네 문득 너라면 나는 small 24시간 1분을 주가 조마조마해. 조금이라도 널 놓칠까. 24시간 지금 이 순간. Come on 나를 봐봐. Come on 넌 이 small 이젠 우릴 말리지 마. Hey 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 yeah. Hey 여기 미소가 예쁜 남자. 난 미치게 하는 그런 남자. 몸매도 얼굴도 시선 같아. Hey Mr. L-Man 뭐 P.O.Man. 나 지금 너 때문에 혼란스러워. 제발 누가 나 좀 알려줘. Come on 넌 is wonder.
Damn, Wheehan's always eating.
I know. I'm like, whatever she's eating looks good. And I know Solar has the mukbang, but I want to see a Wien mukbang.
What? Oh no.
Wait, as an aside, the fact that Solar can have that like mukbang series and also be like ripped and pole dance and it is
Yeah.
so crazy to
Huh?
me.
Brandon is learning so many
Yeah,
side
Brandon,
things
Brandon,
about
we'll
Mamamoo.
get there.
Fuck?
We'll get there. You'll get there eventually.
fuck?
But like,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Classic pole
Solar
dancing
is
meme.
a. I don't know. I don't know how she exists on.
A perfect human being. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So she makes videos on saying that she does like mukbang videos, and she's also like a pole dancer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like just her personal life.
I mean,
Like on the
hey,
side.
hey, respect. You know, as someone who does this on their side, you know, on the side as well. I get it. You know, gotta, you know, game respects game. You know, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, Bidon said Wien does have her own version with Soju on her YouTube. Perfect. I'm gonna go check it
a
out.
version with soju. That's just
so
all right.
alcohol.
Yeah,
I respect it.
that's just eating. Yay.
It's just getting drunk.
Getting drunk. Hell yeah, let's go. We love it. Actually, I want to be responsible. All of you drink responsibly. That's all I'm gonna say. Dad Brandon. That's what I'm gonna say. You know.
Oh, instead of food, it's alcohol mukbangs.
Oh God, that's
Yeah,
terrible. That's worse.
Oh, okay,
It's just-
okay.
That's just not good.
I thought you meant like she eats, but she also drinks soju.
she
No,
just
she
drinks
just
so-
gets
she
drunk.
she just eats soju.
Oh, great.
Oh
No,
my
that's
God.
cool. That's funny.
I love that. All right, well, let me see. The song itself was great. This one had. We're getting like I feel like this is kind of like a little bit on the borderline between like nostalgic like K-pop kind of stuff, but also like retro K-pop. But I also feel like it is like it also kind of pulls a lot from like Mr. Ambiguous, like some of the more like big band swingy kind of stuff. So I think it's a nice like middle ground. So
Did you notice that they had like a little call out to Mr. Ambiguous when they were like
They
Mr.
did.
M?
Yeah, Mr. M. I love that. And you know, I gave it a shout out now. So I feel like it was very cool in that way. Again, I think what I've loved most about all of these music videos has been like their personality. Like a lot of like the K-pop music videos that I've seen, like they're just serious. You know what I mean? For the most part, like I feel like a majority of the ones we've seen have all, unless it's been like one where they're like shooting it with like a GoPro or something, and they're just doing like their normal, like they're just walking around and like doing fun stuff. Other than that, I feel like the only other group I would maybe even kind of put in a similar category is like Red Velvet, possibly, but like even still, I don't feel like a lot of their stuff was like as humorous, and I feel like this is like purposefully humorous, so I love that.
I think with Red Velvet, like the quirkiness or the personality comes more in like the content of the video.
Correct.
Less through the members, like being
Ad-libs and
goofy.
stuff.
Yeah, being goofy
Yeah,
on their own.
Yeah. I also feel like a lot of I feel like in their music video they were so animated. Like there's something about it that like the way that they deliver their lines and the way that like they're just like you can tell they're really into it, like they really are vibing with the song and obviously just having a good time overall, and so I think that makes my enjoyment of the song that much more special. But I thought the song was great. I'd also give a shout out to Hwasa. She kind of gives me a little bit of like Christina Aguilera type vibes, you know, like the like real like belty kind of like, you know, like chest voice.
No, dude, it's her soul. She's got that soul voice.
She's got the soul voice. Yeah. And I think she crushes it. So yeah. I think like that was like, again, listening to I Miss You and getting to pick out like the little nuances of all their voices. I feel like Hwasa's stands out that much more now because I'm like, man, she's got that like soulful like
it's like
voice.
a little sultry,
a little rasp.
Isn't her idol Beyonce?
Oh,
I thought
okay,
I
well, that
remember
makes sense.
seeing that in her Maria promotions.
That makes sense too, as well. Shout outs to Beyonce, watcher of the show.
Yeah, come on
Oh
the show.
yeah.
Listen, I'm shooting for the stars here, Therese. Okay.
You shoot
Literal
too far.
stars.
That was too
Literal
far.
star. Okay. Well,
Rihanna and Beyonce.
Rihanna and Beyonce. Okay, cool. I feel like for me it's really cool to hear the distinction, and I also think because the group is smaller with 4 members, I think it's a little bit easier to determine, like, okay, I know who this is. Like, it's a little bit more like, I think there's a lot less guessing, and there's more like, who you're gonna get, like who you like, and I think that's kind of like the most important thing that I can say. And obviously their 4 voices sound like 8 voices, so it's kind of crazy to me how they're able to kind of deliver on that way. So I love that this was another fantastic one. So gonna keep shilling for Mamamoo all night.
Nice. Yeah, when it first started, I thought that the saxophone was going to lead into a more jazzy track, but this was still very much like, I don't know, a Mamamoo track.
The appropriate amount of jazz.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
appropriate amount of jazz, maybe
sprinkle.
a little more pop. Definitely funky still. I liked it. I really like all of the different keys that they use in one song. Like, they don't just do the one up key, they do like a play around of them before they get to the final chorus.
I like that too. Agreed, Therese. Alex?
Yeah, I don't have too much other than what you guys said to add. I do appreciate the choreo for this song. I thought it was fun. I think this is the first song that we've gotten to so far where the choreo is like a little more present and like stand out, and they show it off a little bit more in this video. It's fun. Somebody mentioned in the comments that their choreography videos are really fun.
Oh,
I think I've seen a couple. I can agree they're very unserious, but good. They're very good dancers. Yeah. So this is cool. This is a song that I've listened to plenty of times, I think, but I sort of forgot about it. I haven't heard it in a while, so it was nice hearing it again. Just another classic good Mamamoo song.
A refresher. We're giving you
nothing bad to say about it.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I also got to give him a shout out because I believe in a lot of their music videos they're like wearing heels, and I'm like, damn, that must fucking suck. Like I am not a lady, I've not worn heels, but I would imagine dancing in heels for many hours. I give them the kudos. They're crushing it. So obviously I don't think they're wearing like large heels in this music video, but
no, can confirm it sucks.
Okay. Therese would know. But yeah, I gotta give him a lot of salutes on that, because I saw it in like a couple of the previous MVs, and I was like, damn, they're wearing heels and they're gonna be like doing the dances and shit, and I'm like, that's crazy. So
to be fair, they are probably the shortest girl group in existence. I think they're like at most 5 foot.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, somebody let us know. I need to know.
5'5".
I need to know.
Yeah.
Let me know how tall they are. That's crazy.
The tallest one is Moonmule at 5'5". So they're very, very short. So I think the heels are necessary if they're dancing with other people.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Your boy is 5'8", and I'd be like standing over. I feel like a giant.
You'd be towering.
You'd be towering. Yeah. Oh my god.
You don't really get the scale for them until they're with other idol groups.
That's fair. Some comments. Everybody kept saying Beyonce, Rihanna, which thank you for that. Gandhi says we're only 5 MVs in, and Brandon can already tell them apart. Hey, listen, I'm working tonight. We're on the clock, so I gotta do it. Citizen says their shortness is only rivaled by XG I assume
Oh.
XG is very short. So I don't know. Alex is the only one in our chat here that has seen XG live. So we can't confirm or deny on that. So
Can confirm.
can confirm they're short. Okay, there you go. B Don says they have started having back problems, slip discs, and such, so they toned it down. I don't blame them. I feel like that. I feel like that's rough. Yeah. So big salute to the mama ladies. Love it. Gondo says 160, 161, 162, and 163, whatever that is in feet. I'd assume this is in meters, if I had to guess.
Centimeters.
Centimeters, yes. Sorry.
It's basically like
millimeters?
all like 5'2", 5'2", 5'3", 5'4" ish.
Woo! All right. Also, Gondo says Solar is a full-time YouTuber. Listen, Solar, we're making videos on YouTube, so if you want to just pop in, chat, come hang out, I know you got.
I think it's
support,
yeah, I think her channel is like Solar Cedo or something like that.
Mhm.
I think I used to watch some of her videos. She did like some training videos. I remember there was one where she went and started taking English lessons, I think, with like a tutor. I remember a while ago watching a couple of her like vlog videos on that channel. It's pretty good.
I'll have to go watch
It's
it.
actually like good content.
Yeah.
I love that. I love a good content creator, So, shout out Solar. It's Solar SIDO. Shout out. So we're gonna
Yeah,
go
Solar
give her.
Cedo.
I'll go give them all a sub. Give all the ladies a sub, and just pop in, say what's up, maybe they come through a stream. Who knows? All right. Well, we're gonna get into the next one here, which we got New York. So let's get into it.
Let's get it. Whoa. 이 밤 잠들 수 없는 이유 있어. 별빛도 잠도 지금. Hello. 남들과 다른 시간대 산다면 Let's hang out. Make it loud. Ooh, yeah. 시간 낭비야 그저 그런 거네. 24/7 반쯤에 Grammy. 내 맘대로 할 거야. 나만 믿고 따라와. Are you ready to fly? What's up, New York? 상상해. 오늘 밤 브로드웨이에서 한잔해. Hashtag New York. 사랑해. 해 뜨기 전까지 전화해도 돼. 늦었지만 I'm for you. 멈추지 마 what you do. Oh baby. 두 눈을 뗄 수 없는 이유 있어. 달빛도 가까워져. Hello. 센치한 감정 소모 필요 없어. Hey speed up. Think about you. Yeah. Just right to the engine. 젊음의 패기 올라타 비행기. 하고 싶은 대로 해. 넌 이미 베테랑 24 day and night. What's up New York. 상상해. 오늘 밤 브로드웨이에서 한잔해. Hashtag New York. 사랑해. 해 뜨기 전까지 전화해도 돼. 늦었지만 right for you. 멈추지 마 what you do. Oh baby. 거짓말 같은 이야기 밤은 나쁘야.
I like this.
짧은 밤 긴 하루도 이제 끝나가지만 아직도 난 맘마. Action 모두 잠든 새벽 난 이 도시의 actor making the film match every time 트인 내 숨통만 살며만 번호 중독돼 어서 소리쳐 What's up New York 상상해 오늘 밤 브로드웨이에서 한잔해 솔직히 가고 싶어 New York 사랑해 해 뜨기 전까지 전화해도 돼 늦었지만 I'm for you Let's get it. What's up, New York? 전화해도 돼.
All right. That was New York, guys, by Mamamoo. Very interesting music video. I like it. Someone in chat said it was the plot of this MV is Willian is in a long distance relationship, and then everybody was talking about the wig that she was wearing. So I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, I did not even notice. Oh,
I didn't. I also did not notice the wig.
Solar is wearing a wig, and it's just it's an interesting look.
Willian not actually being in New York. Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you, Bidon. All right. Well, I guess the song itself was pretty solid. I think this was a little bit like middle. I don't think it was terrible, but I also didn't think it was like the best Mamamoo song I've heard. So just I was like kind of middle of the road. Really enjoyed it. Probably the coolest part of the song for me at least was the bridge. I enjoyed the bridge a lot. That switch up was really nice. Definitely like changed the vibe of the song a little bit. So that was very fun. I also get to give a shout to my bias Moonbyul, the rap verses, Chef's Kiss. I enjoyed her contributions to the song. Yeah, overall I think it was pretty solid. The bass line was really sick, and I think that's what kind of made the song like really work. So yeah, that was what I was vibing with. So I enjoyed it. What about you guys?
This song doesn't really do it for me.
Fair enough.
Not that it's not a bad song. It's just most of Mamamoo's songs are like high up for me. Most of Mamamoo's songs are like a very enthusiastic, positive, high on my charts. This one's kind of like middle of the road. But if I'm talking like in comparison to other Mamamoo songs, it's kind of like lower on my list maybe.
Fair enough.
I think the video is pretty fun, and there's nothing like glaringly bad about it. I don't have really real complaints. It just doesn't really do anything where I think a lot of other Mamamoo songs do.
Fair.
That's pretty much all I've got to say. I agree that I thought the bridge was really nice. I thought the little breakdown was nice. The little like instrumental guitar thing they brought in there was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Agreed. Therese?
I don't have much more to add because I feel like I've heard the horn so much now that I'm like getting used to the sound. So it's hard to like really pick this song out from the other songs we've heard. But I was with you on that bridge. That was top tier. Like now I kind of wish they did a whole song.
Oh yeah.
in that bridge. But I didn't quite understand why there was a song about New York. Unless they were maybe on tour.
All I'm going to say is that all three of us, when we're in New York again, I'm just going to be like, New York!
Oh my god, we're going to play that song.
We have to play that song. I feel like we would be doing a disservice to Mamamoo, if we didn't do it.
I mean, it has a New York sound to it. Like, if you're going to fly into New York, this would be playing on the airplane, sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not really sure why New York? Why are we singing about it?
Be a good vlog.
I guess
it'd be a good vlog song, Like if I was vlogging around New York, I put that on, that would be on the vlog part of the video, Be like, guys, I'm in New York.
Maybe it was for a vlog. They just really wanted to make a song that they could put on their own vlog. Yeah.
On their own YouTube channels.
I feel exactly. that. I feel that. Yeah, on Solar Sido.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Subscribe here, But shout out, that was awesome. Gondo says Wien lied on her online dating profile that she lived in New York. Then she ran into the guy in Seoul.
I didn't notice that.
Oh no.
So I guess the video is her trying to like pretend that she lives in New York.
but
that's
really
so
actually
funny.
lives in Seoul. That's
really hard to emulate.
really hard to sell. Yeah, I think
across time zones.
Yeah. Also, you would completely ruin your sleep schedule, I think, because you would have to assume you would have to be awake.
That works.
You would have to be awake when when everyone's asleep in America. Kind of be crazy.
Did you hear they were opening up visas in South Korea for digital nomads?
What? Oh yeah. All right, we're going to Korea
But then
next
you'd
year,
have
guys.
to work when everyone was asleep.
Yeah, that's true. Kondo says the members were trying to teach her about America and watching her on her Zoom date over her shoulder. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
now
I got that.
I'm starting to put the pieces together. That makes sense. Gondo also says
I get it in the context of the music video. I just didn't understand
the song,
why generally.
I get it more now that they've explained
Yeah.
more. Chad has explained more to me, so now I get it. Gondo says Myeonbyo writes most, if not all, her raps. Just in case you care. I mean, I love that. I love when people are able to do their own shit. So that's dope. Gondo also says feels like more of a solid B-side than their other title tracks. And then G says exactly how I feel about this song still after all these years. And then yes, the MV doesn't make much sense, but not one of my favorite. That's fair. So we're gonna move on from everyone's not favorite song to possibly maybe one of their favorite songs next, which is what the fuck is this? I'm not even trying to pronunciate this. It's
Decalcomanie.
Decalcomanie. Okay.
This word gets used so much in K-pop, and I don't know why.
Decal. Bidon's like decal.
Decalcomanie.
Decalcomanie. All right. Well, I'm just gonna call it decal. I'm gonna stick with Bidon. That's a smart move.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into it.
Decalcomanie.
Decalcomanie. It's French. Thank you, Gondo. I am now a Frenchman.
넉넉 낯선 너의 등장이 평소답지 않은 눈빛이 뭔가 느낌이 좀 수상해 지금은 12시 10분 전 점점 분위기에 취하고 눈빛은 서로를 비추고 흐르는 침묵도 끈적해 터질 것만 같은 우리 사이 너와 나 입을 맞춰 I feel good 너에게 나를 맡겨 I feel good 이건 좀 위험해 나 손을 넘을 것만 같아 너와 나 같이 cruising I feel good 오렌지 빛깔 cruising I feel good 조금은 위험해 더 멈출 수가 없어 나 I feel good 넌 그때 예상했었지 여잔 촉이 정말 빠르지 이미 물은 엎질러졌어 우리 몰래 새벽을 만나 At that time 넉넉 지난 여름부터 밤낮 사춘기 소녀처럼 꿈꾸게 만들었어 romance 오늘만 기다렸어 oh yes oh 핸드폰으로 치명적인 호흡 비밀스러운 party got a red carpet 내 공간에 와준 널 환영해 두 손을 머리 위로 가려 해 너와 나 입을 맞춰 I feel good 너에게 나를 맡겨 I feel good 이건 좀 위험해 나 손을 놓을 것만 같아 너와 나 같이 그린 I feel good 오렌지 빛깔 그린 I feel good 조금은 위험해 더 멈출 수가 없어 나 I feel good 나를 깨우는 아직도 멈칫해 너와 단둘이 맞은 아침이 I feel good 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 헐크러진 머리 헐크 같은 바디 발 보고 싶어 배꼽 끝까지 너 결국에는 그래 숨 쉴 수가 없네 I can control myself 준비했어 너 두 손을 머리 위로 할때 해
Oh. Just watching Brandon. This is what it's like to go to Paris.
I don't need Mamamoo to hit me with the jazz break. What the fuck?
Bye.
Back to your regularly scheduled Mamamoo. Oh boy. All right, that was Mamamoo's Decalcomanie. I'm pretty sure I may have butchered that. I don't care. I have so many questions as to why they decided to
do
put
you
that
mean?
interlude into that song.
What do you mean? How else would you get it?
There's nothing wrong with the interlude. It's just fruit.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I don't appreciate this gaslighting. This is very disrespectful to me. Anyway, I
Shoot. That's how it feels to chew 5 gum.
That's great. That was good. Good. That kudos. That deserves a kudos. Anyway,
That's so funny.
that's okay. Somebody should just screenshot that. That should definitely be the sentiment to the song. I will say I was trying to figure out, like, in the verses of this song, it kind of reminded me of another song, and I was like trying to like piecemeal where I've heard this, like, a similar, not exactly the same, but like a similar kind of chord phrasing, and it somehow reminds me a lot of Rumor Has It by Adele. It kind of gives me that sort of vibe, you know? So if anybody else heard that or hears that, let me know. But to me, I kind of got that vibe. I don't think it's obviously one for one, but I do feel like the vibes are kind of in the same sort of ballpark. So that was kind of interesting to hear, like, tonally, a song that is arguably very different than an Adele song. But I like that little jazz interlude and, you know, our little 5 gum commercial in the middle of the music video. Love that. Love to see it. Shout outs to their sponsor, 5 gum. As well as that, I thought the song was very good. It was very upbeat. I like the sort of like pop nature that it brought within the song. But I think this song definitely has a lot more in terms of like their vocal like structure. I think they just do a really fantastic job of like knowing where to have like certain members shine in each song, and or each moment within a song. So I love that, and I think they really do. I really feel like they take a lot of care and consideration in trying to make sure everybody's got their moment in the sunlight. So I love that. I did also like the mirror scene where they were kind of like, looking into a mirror, but also mirroring themselves. That was really sick. And I think the way it was shot was really cool. So I was trying to figure that out as from like a video standpoint of like how they were kind of making that work, which was cool. But yeah, overall, great song. I think this was definitely like a very solid Mamamoo track, and I would say I'd probably put it like mid-high tier. I feel like it's definitely like pretty up there. I think it's a very solid song. Do I think it's the best Mamamoo song I've heard tonight? No, because I'm gonna hold out that slot until I'm done listening to 10 songs from Mamamoo. But I think the song was very good, so I enjoyed it.
Okay. I'll piggyback right where you left off and say think Gondo said it in chat that this is their favorite of like middle Mamamoo era. I feel the exact same way. This is my favorite song from Mamamoo from I would say like the middle of their discography.
Okay.
Which is like where we're about like halfway ish through their discography. I just think the song is so fun. It's so big and energetic. I don't know. Every time it comes on, it gets stuck in my head for so long, and like the melody gets stuck in my head. The rap part's really good, especially towards the end when like the vocal runs are going off. It just sounds so big. I love this song. Video is very fun too. I've never seen the video before. Like most of their songs, I guess I've never seen the video before. But yeah, it was cool. The mirroring shots were really fun. I'm assuming it was like a green screen.
No, B Dawn says it was just an empty frame with all the girls dancing facing each other, camera rotating around. It had to have been like a ghost cut, because I'm almost positive because the way that it was shot, but it was I think it was executed very well. Love that.
Cool. Yeah,
Therese?
This is one of my favorites of the older tracks. This might be the oldest one that I have saved. Like the only one I know previous to this might be like Taller Than You, but I don't listen to that as much as I just laugh at it. I really like this song. I do kind of get the Rumor Has It vibes that you're talking about, Brandon. It's a lot more in like the beat, I guess, or like, and it's definitely like a very sexy, very high energy track.
Wait, it was a sexy track?
Yeah.
I thought it was about fruits.
It was about a fruit of some sorts.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, no, I think it's really great. I think this might be the most like K-poppy of their music videos. But I don't hate it. They're beautiful women. Not mad. Then we get to see more of their faces. I love that. Yeah, I really like the build in this one. It will definitely get stuck in my head now.
Agreed. Gondo says, speaking of sponsors, Alex, do you have any commercial films gleam and wanna be myself next in the list?
I did not start working on a B-side. I didn't start working on that part of the playlist yet, but I will try to include them in one of the upcoming parts.
And then everybody was just confirming it was just basically just an empty frame, no CG. Very cool. Practical effects. We love it. G says, oh, it was about a fruit. All right. A forbidden one.
Okay.
I wanted to see how long I could make it really awkward. So we're gonna move on to the next one because I'm known for making things extremely palatable. So we're on to the next one so we don't get demonetized. So we're gonna move on to. I have no idea what song this is. So Alex, what do we have next on this list here? Because it's in Korean.
I think it is Yes I Am.
All right. Into Yes I Am then. Yes I Am. You're all right.
나로 말할 것 같으면 자신감 있는 여자 말하자면 내게 믿는 여자 자신 있으면 나를 따라 해도 돼 뒤따라와 follow me 화장은 약게 귀찮으니까 노출은 안 해 그럴 필요 없어 이상해 좀 특이해 평범한 게 더 싫어 이런 내 모습 부모님께 감사해 Me fall with the sun 생각 말고 정신은 나이클래스 눈치 보지만 네가 바로 bogus Hello bonjour 니하오 아니야 세계가 꿈마던 멜로디들 나로 말할 것 같으면 겨울에 민썸에 입으면 나도 믿는 거야 I love you 나로 말할 것 같으면 자신감 있는 여자 말하자면 내게 믿는 여자 자신 있으면 나를 따라 해도 돼 뒤따라와 follow me 나를 말할 것 같으면 아주 금방져 편한 게 좋아 그게 나니까 돌려 말 안 해 숨기지 못해 금방져 신경 안 써 나를 모르는 소리 그냥 내 멋대로 내 식대로 해 My name is Musta 어디까지나 그냥 내 취향이니까 예민하지만 컴플렉스 nothing 슬랙셔 슈퍼 클래식 스타일로 난 너를 표현해 my baby 어디까지 말 꼬이지 않는 너 태국도 blind drive 내 차에 타 자자 나로 말할 것 같으면 자신감 있는 여자 말하자면 느낌 있는 여자 자신 있으면 나를 따라 해도 돼 뒤따라와 follow me 나를 말할 것 같으면 follow me 나를 말할 것 같으면 볼이 뚠뚠해 V라인보다 동그란 내 얼굴이 좋아 나만의 some special thing 쌍꺼풀이는 눈매 보다 나는 내 눈무쌍이 좋아 웃을 때 인디언 보조개와 꼴찌끝 아주 칭찬해 나로 말할 것안 같으면
Okay.
말할 것 같으면 아주 시크해 나로 말할 것안 같으면 말할 것 같으면 나로 말할 것 같으면 자신감 있는 여자 말하자면 내게 믿는 여자 자신 있으면 나를 따라 해도 돼 뒤따라와 follow me 나로 말할 것 같으면 follow me
Oh, that's cool.
나로 말할 것 같으면 아주 금방져
All right. That was Mamamoo's Yes I Am.
A lot of confidence in this one.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of stank. On it. Which we love to see, you know?
Was this
About it.
did this release like after Solar started her YouTube channel?
I would assume so, right?
She was doing a lot of like YouTube channel things with the mukbang and the
Hey, what's
working
going on,
out and
YouTube?
stuff.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Solar. 안녕하세요, it's Solar. No, okay.
That's really cute.
G, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the replay. Make sure to let us know if, you know, the ones you missed out on. You only got a couple more, so it's all good. Gondo
This was
says
before.
this was before.
Aha!
YouTube was
All right,
2020.
so she did this and then she started cooking, and her
Really
brain,
cooking.
yeah, the gears in her brain
Yeah.
started grinding.
Love to see it. Love
Yeah.
to see it.
Hmm.
I love this song. This is a fun bop. Like this is like really
Yeah.
high energy, really groovy, really fun. I gotta give a shout out to, I think Kwasa did some rapping, which was very interesting. Because unless that was like, I don't think that was dubbed in any way. Because I know Yeonbyul normally does the rapping. So
No, Hwasa rapped. Hwasa does also rap.
okay. She did great. That was the first one. I feel like this was the first song where I like actually could tell was the difference between her and Moonbyul. So love that. I did get a good laugh at Moonbyul in that small car. That was hilarious. Love to see it.
That was cute.
That's real. That's real me energy. So I love that. But yeah, the song was just really fun, really vibey. I also really just kind of enjoyed both Solar and Wien just like popping off in this song as well too vocally. I think this song definitely had some really great strong vocal moments. And that bridge was really kind of like subdued, and it was a nice like change of pace from the rest of the song that makes it a little bit more stand out. So I think this one is definitely high up there. Not gonna name it as number one yet because we still got a couple more, but in terms of the stream. But I enjoyed this. If this is like middle Mamamoo time frame, then I feel like I'm feeling good. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyone else?
Okay. I agree. It's very fun. I agree with pretty much everything. Very fun song. I actually don't know the last. I don't remember hearing the song before. I thought I had, and I think I listened to like a couple seconds of it when I was putting the playlist together, and I it didn't really like click for me.
Yeah.
And then hearing it, I actually don't know that I've heard it before, which is surprising because I feel like I've listened to so much Mamamoo that I don't know how it like escaped. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
like not a very popular title track or like people don't like it that much. I thought it was really fun, especially with like the switch up when it almost has like a trap breakdown, like prior to the bridge, where it's just like the beat slows down and there's like that old school like hey
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like so random. But it's really fun. I mean, it's like I think you guys probably have like a pretty good understanding now of the kind of music that I like and
Yep.
what makes me like songs and like beat switches
It's
and songs kind of like having like a jarring
Alex coded
change.
track. Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes it a little bit spicier, a little bit more fun for me. So yeah, I thought this was really good. This is actually um I would probably have to listen to it a couple more times, but it probably moves up pretty high on my list of title tracks.
It's
Therese?
hard to say. This might be my favorite one after Decalcomanie. Because I haven't heard this one either, but this is the Mamamoo sound that I know, like more modernly, and it's a lot of attitude. It's a lot of fun beats and rhythms, and the ad libs that they do are much more prominent
yeah.
in like this track than the previous tracks. I think there's only so much you can do when it's like a jazzy sort of swing track, but when you take a more pop route like this, you get more beats to work with. So, yeah, I really like this one. I thought it was super colorful. Big plus.
6 years.
Love the girls. Love them.
And this came out 6 years ago, so that would make sense. So we're getting more current. Yeah, no, this is great. Love to see it. There was some confirmation from B Don and Gondo saying that Solar started her YouTube channel in 2019, I believe. So,
Well, she was in the works with something here.
something was cooking, as Alex said. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So quick comments here. Citizen just says, yes, I'm so loved on it's such a slept on track. My favorite Mamamoo track. All right, there we go. Glad we were able to add it to the list here. Very, very cool. All right, well, let's get into the next one. I think if we're cooking, we're cooking like Solar. We gotta be cooking on the next one here. So let's get into this next song here.
Yep. Next one's Paint Me.
Paint Me.
한 겹 두 겹 칠해져가네 여기저기 새겨져가네
I like their color
Yeah, they
coding.
really can't lip sync.
네가 없던 그때의 나는 캔버스처럼 새하였었지 외롭긴 했지만 평화롭던 일상 그랬지 항상 Yellow 네가 내게 문득 찾아왔을 때 어느샌가 내 마음속 가득히 봄을 닮은 온기들이 채워졌어 꽤 자연스레 한 겹 두 겹 칠해져가네 물감처럼 여기저기 새겨져가네 문신처럼 네가 스친 자리마다 다른 색의 기억이 까칠되고 있는 걸 차츰차츰 짙어져가네 까만 맘처럼 계속 나를 칠해줘 더 많은 추억들로 어서 나를 칠해줘 너만의 향기들로 지울 수 없게 해줘 너 아닌 누구도 내 맘속에 그려지지 못하도록 날 뜨겁게 안던 그 순간 화산처럼 터져버렸던 my heart 붉은 자욱이 남았어 내 맘에 아직 따뜻해 너 때문에 처음 울었던 날도 깊이 알 수 없는 바닷속처럼 아주 파랗게 그려져 버렸는 걸 Do you remember 한 겹 두 겹 칠해져가네 물감처럼 여기저기 새겨져가네 문신처럼 네가 스친 자리마다 다른 색의 기억이 거칠되고 있는 걸 차츰차츰 짙어져가네 검은 밤처럼 계속 나를 칠해줘 더 많은 추억들로 어서 나를 칠해줘 너만의 향기들로 지울 수 없게 해줘 너 아닌 누구도 내 맘속에 그려지지 못하도록 까맣게 더 까맣게 변해버려도 괜찮아 우리만의 memory 자꾸자꾸 진해져가네 에스프레소처럼 그래도 더 칠해줘 널 멈추지 말아줘 네가 없이 난 의미 없어 가득가득 채워줘 빈자리 없게 해줘 너만이 내 유일한 화가
All right, guys, that was Mamamoo Paint Me. Very cool. Then that was in the chat says that is the start of 4 seasons, 4 colors. Very cool. Love to see
Sponsored
it.
by Four Seasons?
Not. Yeah, they had to throw that in there. Sponsored by Four Seasons, the hotel chain.
Beautiful song.
Yes. You
Beautiful
starting off,
song.
Alex? Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton to say. There's really like not that. It's similar to what was the other song I'm thinking of? It's similar to I Miss You for me,
Oh, okay.
where it is a vocal carried song.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The instrumental, while it was nice, means nothing to me, because the vocals carry so hard, and we get vocalist Moonbyul the whole time. She sounds so good. So for a lot of people, I think that if you're not listening to any B-sides or I guess B-sides, you probably like at this point in their discography don't know that she can even sing, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So somebody pointed out in chat. Let me give credit. Shoop said it, that when this came out, like people lost their minds that
I'm sure.
was
Yeah.
singing. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, I guess people at that point like probably just like, oh well, she's like just a rapper,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
she's
yeah.
So I think it's super cool they released a music video. It's like an official single. I don't know if it was a part of a mini album or not, but it's cool that they put a song forward like this, showcasing that all four members are very vocally talented, and it gives her a vocal identity, and it gives something for what I imagine is like some haters to kind of shut up too. Not that it was probably meant to do that, but I assume from what I understand about how people can be that she probably at some point got flack for not being like the star vocalist like the other three members are. So it's cool to have a song where she can showcase and kind of put some of that shit to rest.
Yeah, that's basically what Gondo says. They said, I guess I have to say it since nobody has. She trained as a vocalist, but the company told her that she wanted to debut in a group. She needed to be a rapper. And since she was the quote unquote worst singer of the four, she obviously joined Mamamoo, and now she's one of the most credited female artists in K-pop. So, love to see it. I think that to me is like true testament of like if you want to do something or you want to get it, like go fucking do it, So to me, that's awesome. I love to see that. But I also think your voice is great. Like I said, not too familiar with the B-sides yet since we haven't gotten to those. But I think her like vocal tonality was really nice. It was really clear, really crisp. So I love that about her, and obviously she's super versatile and being a rapper as well, and crushing it there too. So, I have to talk about my bias super strongly. But as well as that, I think like I agree with a lot of what Alex's sentiment was. Like, I think this song maybe a little bit more so. I like picked out a lot more of the like instrumentation just because I feel like it was a little bit more emotionally carried. And I think a lot of the like the strings, like a lot more of the orchestral parts of the song kind of get pulled out a little bit more because you're able to kind of put the vocal structures and kind of like that like real kind of orchestral elementation together. So I think that to me was really nice. And I think that at least in terms of song structure and like what I vibe with more, I think this one was definitely a little bit more along the lines of what I've enjoyed in terms of a ballad. And I think they did a fantastic job. Solar Wien and Hwasa did fantastic as always. But yeah, I think this was definitely like I would imagine again if I was a Mamamoo fan and I didn't know that Moonbyul sang, then I think I would also be shitting my pants realizing that she could do it as well. So, credit to her. It's very, very cool, and enjoyed her contributions to the song vocally. I thought she did a great job. So, want to give a salute to Moonbyul. But Therese, what do you got for us?
I like I Miss You More.
Oh,
And
interesting. Okay.
I think Moonbyul was definitely the highlight of this. I wish I could put her singing verse in I Miss You, because or if she did this whole song, that'd be great. No, I'm just kidding. I really liked all the other members in this song. I think what took me out of it was the primary melody they were using, the da 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 da. I'm like,
okay.
it was very loud. It was very
was
like
pretty
when
loud.
Hwasa came in, she came in hot. And I know that's like the point. That's the point of Mamamoo. But there are some people that don't really listen to Mamamoo. They think that they oversing their parts. And this is a song that kind of makes me agree with them.
Wow.
Because
okay. Interesting.
I don't think it required that much at the very beginning.
Okay.
I think you could have built up to that. but it was very loud for the whole song. And I kind of wish it was toned down a bit just to get me into
the subtleness.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Granted, Mamamoo are not a subtle group in the slightest, so I understand their character and I understand this matches them. It just wasn't my favorite, but I'm also not a ballad listener.
Yeah,
I'm just a Mamamoo listener.
You're just a Mamamoo listener. Yeah, fair enough. I also feel I would probably agree with you a little bit as well, because I think like you got to have a little bit more nuance with like ballady songs, because like again, I know they're all for like powerhouse vocalists. Don't get me wrong, but I think it would have been interesting if they kind of like reeled it back, because then you're like, they could sing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like if they kind of showed a little restraint, it would be like, wow, okay, so they're like pulling it back a little bit. That would be I feel you. I get what you're saying, Therese.
Yeah, they were showing a little more restraint in Decalcomanie. That was really fun.
Except for that 5 gum commercial part, there is no restraint there.
That was all fruit.
That was all fruit, all fruit, guys.
But
Gondo says, "Absence is my favorite solo song." I assume that they're referring to Moonbyul.
yeah.
So I'm sure we'll have something for Moonbyul in our solo time. And then this is just the intro to the project. The next 4 title tracks are the real deal. So very cool. All right. We are going to move on to the next one, guys, which I think is our last videos for tonight, I believe.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were only getting into one of those next title tracks.
You're gonna put you on a cliffhanger, guys. I know. I don't like to be put on a cliffhanger, but we got.
Well, I thought that this was a good song to end with.
To end on. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't beat Alex up too much in the comments, okay, guys? We have another part to do. Don't worry, and you can join us on Wednesday. So if you're watching this,
and you can leave me recommendations, because I have not finished making the following playlists. I would like recommendations for solo songs, project songs, subunit stuff, and B-sides, please.
Gonda says not a good song to end on. I think Gonda just wants us to continue going down the Mamamoo train.
It's a great song to end on.
It's a great. Oh, okay, good. There go. Even better.
Not a good song, a great song.
It's a great song. Okay, cool. Glad you reeled it back. Anyway, let's get into Starry Night. Yeah,
I know this one.
Let's get into Starry Night. Had me 10 stub Gonda, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I thought I fucked something up. Okay, good.
자리자리 밝아와 빛을 그리고 있어 내 몸에서 너만큼 욕조에 물이 미련이 돼 넘쳐 흘러 한숨이 가득 그 공간을 채워 새벽이 찾아오면 혼자 남겨질 때면 Starry Night 별이 빛나는 밤 네가 왜 부러워 너와 나는 수많은 밤 나를 취하게 만들어 별이 빛나는 밤 별이 빛나는 밤 별이 빛나는 밤 겨울이 지나고 또다시 꽃이 피고 따뜻한 공기 냄새가 날 감싸 달라진 거 없는 똑같은 일상이 반복돼 그래도 내일을 기다려봐 하루의 끝에서 이 자리에 나는 서 나니 새도록 나를 그리고 있어 Do you want me to leave? No 난 그 자리 그대로 까만 밤 하늘에 가려 잠시 보이지 않는 거야 새벽이 찾아오면 혼자 남겨질 때면 Starry Night 별이 빛나는 밤 부정의 눈을 감아 또 네가 보여 왜 아른거려 Leave me alone 무너져가네 Starry Night 별이 빛나는 밤 네가 왜 부러워 너와 나는 수많은 밤 나를 취하게 만들어 별이 빛나는 밤 별이 빛나는 밤 별이 빛나는 밤 덤덤해지네 아빤 한번 웃으면 걱정도 개가 사라진대 그곳에서 나는 다시 삶의 길을 찾아가네
All right. Well, get a little sneak peek of the next one. All right. That was Starry Night by Mamamoo. Gondo has a question for us. It says, they said 3 guesses what country this was filmed in. I guess she's giving us all.
All right, everybody make one guess.
Okay. Who's starting? Should be me.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is tough. I don't know. Let me think. I kind of figured it wasn't gonna be Korea. I feel like that's a given. I'm gonna guess it was Singapore.
Iceland.
I'm gonna guess Portugal.
All right. Well, we.
Where was it? Where was it? You gotta give us the answer.
Where you divisively wait. Now
Nobody
we're gonna
knows.
divisively wait. Gonzo's just like, actually, I don't know either. I just wanted to hear your answer.
It was between Iceland or New Zealand for me, but I'm probably wrong about both.
Middle.
New
Okay,
Zealand?
so New Zealand.
okay.
You're right. Good job, Alex. Kudos. Good job, Alex.
Should have
Classic.
went with that.
You had it.
Nice. Well, thoughts on the song? Anybody?
I thought the song was good. It kind of gave me, and I hope this isn't a diss to them, but like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Avicii. Like kind of like where he incorporates like guitars and like, you know, like the more EDM.
I'm taking that
elements.
as a diss.
Really? I don't know. I'm not saying like it is Avicii. I'm just saying like that's what listen. I am the new baby,
I
so
can hear
I am
it.
the
I see what you're saying.
I'm
I
a
see what you're
baby.
saying.
Yeah.
Don't fight me in the comments, okay? I don't know
I mean,
this
I'd
shit.
say they use a lot more skill.
Listen. I want to explain my answer here, okay, Therese, before you jump on me. I think the instrumentation reminded me a lot of Avicii, and that's not to say that like the vocal skills or anything that's taking that out of the equation. I'm just saying instrumentally.
I think it's a lot more nuanced. But I understand.
I knew you were gonna beat me up about that, so I almost didn't say it, but I feel convicted to my answer, so I have to say it. But I think vocally it was very fun. I like that they, as we talked about in the previous track, like I feel like this one kind of they showed a little bit of restraint in terms of some of the vocal lines. Like it didn't feel like what I would expect from Mamamoo, which is just kind of like a flurry of like intenseness. Like I think there was definitely some moments where I think they had like some big like moments. I think Solar did a fantastic job. I think they always kind of like delve that task off to either Wheein or Solar, which is great. But I feel like this song they were able to kind of play with dynamics a little bit more, which was really nice, and I think it made the song more interesting. But yeah, I think instrumentally like it was a kind of more vibey, a little bit more chill. I don't think there was like it wasn't like more high energy type stuff. So I think it was a very solid song. but I don't want people to take my Avicii comment as a diss. So if you want, just leave all the hate for me. I know that both Therese and Alex have gotten hate, so you might as well just fucking throw it on me. I'll take it. I'm a bull. I'm a man. I can take it.
I don't hate you for thinking
I'm a grown
that.
adult.
You're a K-pop baby. You don't know.
Wow.
But
I feel like
no,
I'm getting scolded, like I'm like in school. You're like,
no.
D minus.
No, it's hard to hear like these songs that are more meaningful to fans be attributed to like early thousands pop hits in the US because it's so different. It's so different.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I understand.
That's a fair
the
take.
instrumentation was a bit on the Avicii side.
See, exactly.
But I'd say this song stood out more to me when they performed it than it did in this music video. I think they have like choreography to it, and it's very mesmerizing because it's like the four of them doing stuff together. This was mesmerizing in a different way because they straight up got all of the locations in New Zealand. Now that we know it's New Zealand, they were everywhere.
Did.
They were in the water, they were on the beach, they were in the mountains, on the desert. Like
in the caves.
I'm astonished. Like, how do you even? They must have rented out the whole island.
It's a flex.
Like, it must have taken days to film everything. I don't know how big New Zealand is, but
yeah, literally taking the words out of my mouth. I was just gonna point out like that
it was stunning.
The sets are insane.
Everywhere. But no, I think this is a good song to have in their discography because a lot of their stuff is very high energy, and this is like the perfect like chill, fun. It's still fun, but it's
it's a little subdued.
It sits in
it's
like
a good
weird
performance song.
It sits in a weird pocket of like low energy EDM.
Yeah.
That is very like Avicii. I understand why you say Avicii because Avicii sits a lot in that same kind of sound as well. I don't think it's a terrible comparison. I don't think you're. I don't. No, I didn't say anything. I don't think you're crazy for making that comparison.
Therese just wanted to roast me. That's how I know we're really good friends now. Is that she is just gonna roast me now. So now I know what to expect going further.
I think this song for me, if I heard it, if I was hearing it right now for the first time, I don't know if it would be as high for me as it is, but because I've seen so many like performances of it, and it's part of like their iconic like
live set
song medley they do, and like it's such an iconic song for them that I think just based on that it has a more sentimental value for me. So when I hear it, I think it like boosts it up for me. Whereas maybe it would be like a more middle of the road song just based on the track alone. But for what this song represents for Mamamoo and their discography and like how I familiarized with them, I think I probably was getting into them around this time, maybe a song or two before. Personally, for me, this song sits higher than most just because of my attachment to it.
That's fair. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I can resonate with that because there's definitely songs that like I know that I've listened to that I'm like people are like, I don't know why you rate this song so high. It's like, oh well, it's because it has this like sentimental value. Like I remember finding out about this band or group or something like that where like it holds a special place in my heart. So I respect you on that. B Don says, I get why you said that. It's more pop, dance, EDM musically than they have previously. To me, this is a turning point in their style, which we will get into in part 2 on Wednesday, which I'm excited about. Gondo dropped some recommendations for solo music, so shout outs. Thank you, Gondo. Citizen Stroop says the sort of Avicii sound was pretty common back in K-pop in the 2017, 2018, etc. era. And then Gondo commented and said the landscapes are incredible. Yeah, I think Teresa's just trying to roast me, which I get, that's like my...
I'm just a lot more traumatized from locals, like, kind of trying to roast me on like, well, this is just came out in 2010. I'm like, no, it didn't. It's just
It's a
inspired by
trigger.
what came out in
It's a
2010.
trigger. It's a triggering moment. I gave.
It's a trigger, yeah.
I gave Therese PTSD, and she had to clap back. So I respect that.
Like
You
I
know, I
said,
listen.
K-pop stans are the most traumatized human beings. Not the most, but some of the most.
Some of
It's
the most
very easy
traumatized.
to trigger
Yeah,
us.
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I and I could get it because like like it's not a genre that I feel like especially most people have beloved for a long time. I think Alex and I can agree that metal is also a genre that is not beloved by all, you know. So I think we definitely know the traumatization of enjoying this type
Yeah,
of
like,
music.
oh, this sounds like Avril Lavigne. That'd be like
Oh,
what people say
I'm
to
sorry.
you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I've heard that.
I like this. It's like Avril
And it's like, oh,
Lavigne.
yes, okay, grandma. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
grandma. It sounds
absolutely.
exactly
Yeah.
like
Oh my
Avril.
God.
Yep.
Yes, it sounds. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Oh my God.
Ugh.
Yeah. So big rough, but I hope I didn't traumatize all of you guys enough to join us for part 2 on Wednesday. And yeah, I hope you're excited. It looks like rainy season is the one we're going to be starting off with on Wednesday. So join us at the same time, 8 p.m. So we'd love to see it. Thank you for everybody giving us some good comments. Susan, Bidon, Gondo, the list goes on. Manji, we're just going to keep going. All the homies. So big salutes. G, shout outs to G as well. But yeah, thank you all for giving us some cool stuff. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. That would be greatly appreciated. And also make sure to follow us here on Twitch. That is the best way to know when we go live and do all this stuff. So very, very excited. And yeah, we're going to listen. Mamamoo is going to be taking up a little bit of our time here, but we're really excited. And then hopefully, I don't know what we're going to be doing next. I think either Kepler 1 or TXT, maybe weekly. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
think we will probably do, if I'm just speculating, I'm assuming we'll probably do part 2 of Mamamoo. Maybe take a little break, hit another group, and then
Okay.
maybe on like a down week or a little bit down the line, we'll make a return to Mamamoo and finish
Do
up
3,
some
4.
solos, all the 3 and 4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Like that.
appreciate the recommendations from everyone in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, you can
Comment
leave
us.
more recommendations, anything we didn't get to. We will be covering the other 10 songs I think we have so far in the title track playlist on Wednesday.
Woo!
So 2 days from now, if you're watching
Yeah.
live.
I'm going to get this up right now, so don't worry. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Thanks again to Alex for putting the playlist together and Therese for being our other gracious co-host. And thank you, chat. You guys are awesome. If you want to be a part of chat, come follow us here on Twitch. That's the best way to find out. And again, so glad we can bring Mamamoo to you. So excited for the next one. See you guys on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.